those aren't the only Brazilian pilots that are going to be flying over this beach. We've got Italo Ferreira, world number 4, going against world number 5, E.Ewing. I love the numbers behind this heat, but beyond those stats.
That's the extension that we saw from him at JB a few years ago that caused the injury, and this was the one that we didn't see. 4.83 for this one. A warm-up wave by Italo standards, still pretty good. Could potentially be a backup of the heat. We probably don't want to see that out of him, but still, stock standard reverse right there. Good stuff by the former world champ.
How did he do an air on that second section? That was...
It's just bizarre how quickly he just throws the fins out to the beach, you know, and then moves the front foot up and lets the rotation happen as you come out of it when the fins connect. So
we're on tour going up against one of the most unpredictable springy surfers in the world. Just like that. Uh-oh. Both surfers now paddling. We could see a split. No, it's going to be E.Ewing. So watch the rails. Take notes, kids. That's how you do it. Full speed, and he flips the script and goes upside down in the air.
Oh, likes the shorter ones, and Ethan definitely needs a bigger face, Chris. Here we go.
Italo again. It's blown up. Has to kick his board away on this peak. He's going to fade right. Off the bottom, off the top. Beautiful, powerful surfing. Gets the float with the radical airdrop. Like that combo. Snap, float.
Yeah.
Dramatic on the finish.
Work by Italo.
This is Ethan's wave. This turn really fast in the corner right there, but I think he had to cut it a little short, eyeing down the line to see that the wave was going to kind of run away from him. He goes into this turn with full force, but then right here,
that was pretty sick.
That was pretty solid all the way through.
And that's a tough readjustment, dude.
That's a rock and roll floater.
That was really difficult. He has to get up in a lip real quick right there, straight from the get-go of coming out of the first turn. So high impact, we'll see.
I think he fully rode out, too. Italo Ferreira on his backhand. Bam! 2 big blasters. Adds a third.
Here's a replay. Look, really quick, precise surfing right there.
Maybe kind of a hard landing on that third one.
I think it's just a change out.
Or maybe even just the first one alone, too. Great technique, though. I mean, down the line, one thing we always notice from goofy footers going right is that they tend to have one of the better backsides, obviously, because they're forced to go right a lot more on the CT, too. But more importantly, repetition. And Chris never had to move his feet a single time on that wave in all 3 of the same maneuvers.
Ethan needs a 5.74, so we're right, we're pretty even with 18:35 to go. Ethan, thinking deeply about taking off, he's in. Highline carve to start. Now he drops to the bottom of this wave, which is a bit wonky on the face. Layback slash. Appropriate turn for a strange wave.
Going up against, you know, the guy to defeat right now, Strides, but to me, good readjustments a couple of times right here on this wave. 5.74 doesn't seem out of the realm of impossible.
No, I like the way that he's sticking to, you know, back into his rail game. I think the wave let him down a little bit on the end there, but you know, this transition rail game here is just like he's pushing so hard, and the body language, everything about it's just pure, you know, in his surfing. So if he gets on a great wave and matches it with all the mechanics that he's got, it's going to be, you know, lights out on the score.
And it's an if, too, Chris, because we know the swell's increasing throughout the day, but you got to surf what's in front of you, and you can't be waiting for that one wave. So you change the situation right here. It's much in.
But that's how you build momentum. Surfing all the way to the end of the wave. Here's the stall, the coil, the windup, the pump, the speed, the ramp. And of course he rides out of it.
He's looking really comfortable on this board. The spin there, big tail high waft. Not the cleanest landing, but does core up.
Is that why we're supposed to be doing sit-ups?
Yes. Because standing back up after, you know, you go into this, it's not easy. I mean, you gotta push really hard to get back out of that.
I think for the last 5 or so years, the judges see an air like this, and they appreciate it. We like it. That's
It ain't
super
gonna go that
technical.
high. Yeah.
But this is, that's not a clean landing. If that was a snowboarder off a big jump, they would be dragging their hands. I mean, it would have been zero.
You'd be
in
bummed on it,
snowboarding.
yeah.
Skating, but in surfing, obviously, different playing field. He did the work to get back up. I think it's going to be a good score, but I don't think it's going to explode this heat.
Yeah, dramatically. And then Ethan on the answer back on the outside, a big carve, or big top turn, I should say. And then the carve right here for the second one. Much better looking wave for E.Ewing. And then, of course, he combos it up. Great variation by Double E. And, I'm thinking this is his best by a long shot. And, boys, we got a heat on our hands right now with 15 minutes.
It's like he has razor blades for fins.
Brand new model,
He's
too.
riding fiberglass fins, which, a lot of composites out there, a lot of different types. But, for Ethan, he likes that really connected vibe where you can feel the board and the fin connecting through turns. And his technique is just so quick and slices through those maneuvers. And those fins are adding to his game, I feel like.
I like that approach that he takes to the second turn, too. Good angle coming out of it, not bringing it all the way back, and it just sets him up for this third section, too, Chris. 3 completely different turns.
Major maneuvers. So this will be telling what the judges throw. So the first score comes through for Italo. That backside air is a 7. Is he going to do it again? Of course he is, but not well. That was scary. Straight back to it. Ethan E.Ewing trying to defend his lead over Italo Ferreira right now. We got 10 minutes, 20 seconds left here in quarterfinal heat number 4. We're looking for our last semi-finalist here at the VIVO Rio Pro. I'm Chris Cote.
Oh, man.
All right, Italo, no. Bad time to backwash. Didn't look like that wave was going to do anything for him. 45 seconds left. Crowd on their feet. Italo up and at it. This wave bouncing all over the place. Pulls in for the pig dog backside barrel and gets clamped.
It's going to be a huge win for Ethan. Go on this one, though. You see where he is, you got to go.
All right, 10 seconds remain.
Yeah, it's over.
Wow, he is back in the picture, Chris, in a big way right here.
He could be moving up.
He could win the event. He could win the event.
Well, now he's a semifinalist. Now let's figure out who will be our women's finalists. Coming up next, Caroline Marks versus Luana Silva. Look at that. And listen to that. The beach is silent. Shock and awe in Saquarema.